What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another in-depth guide. And today we are going to take a look at the brand new USS Independence. And before we get started, let me tell you, it is going to be something. To unlock this ship, you will need to reach third rebirth and complete this mission. And now let's talk about the USS Independence. So the USS Independence is a free-to-play warship, which is similar to the premium Zumwalt. But don't think that it is bad, because it is not. And I will prove it to you. Let's start with the pros and cons. The pros are the main gun, and another pro is the amazing anti-air defense. And the cons are its insane size and the focus that it gets by other players. And to see how big the Independence truly is, just take a look at the difference between Independence and Zumwalt. And now we can take a look at the raw stats. The USS Independence has astonishing 4,200 hit points, speed of 40 knots. Handling is Titanic-like. Thanks to its size, surprisingly, it has only 2 seats, and the cost is 3 hulls, 4 weapons, and 3 engines. Now is a time to check the features of the Independence. The first feature is a modern scope which has built-in night vision, but it's kinda bad, so nothing to be excited about. The second feature is a missile drone, which will lock onto nearby vehicles and fire missiles at them. It's cool addition, but it won't do that much damage. The last feature is a C-RAM, and oh boy, where do I start with this thing? The best thing about the C-RAM is that it will fire automatically at any close-by aircraft, which will raise your attention as you saw in the clip. But before we continue, I will explain to you how this C-RAM works because it's different from the base C-RAM. When nobody is sitting in the gunner's seat and the C-RAM is activated, it will have 3 modes. First is passive mode, which is when there are no piloted aircrafts in the range. Second mode is guard mode, which makes the C-RAM turn at the aircraft in range, but it won't fire. It will just track it until the C-RAM gets into passive or alert mode. Last mode is the alert mode, which happens when the aircraft gets past the guard range and enters alert range. The second that happens, the C-RAM will open fire without any warning, and it won't stop firing until it needs to reload or the target get far away. Now let's put all the things we know about the automatic C-RAM together. The C-RAM can only lock onto aircrafts with pilot inside. I was getting different results every time, so take these numbers with caution. The guard mode starts at 1240 or 1200 studs, and it will continue until the aircraft reaches alert mode. The alert mode starts from 1199 or 1149 studs, and it will continue until the aircraft is destroyed or it retreats to safe distance. And last very important thing is that the C-RAM is not affected by the flares or even by the stealth mode. Now that we are done with the features, let's check the armament that the Independence has to offer. The first weapon is the main 57mm cannon. Second weapon are the anti-ground missiles, and third are the anti-air missiles. I will include the feature weapons here as well. So another is a C-RAM, and final one is the missile drone. And now let's check the stats. The 57mm has base damage of 140, APC damage is 150, tank damage is 125, helicopter damage is 375, plane damage is 375, ship damage is 125, and the reload is 7 seconds. But as we know, this is not the effective damage. The anti-ground missiles have base damage of 250, APC damage is 120, tank damage is 100, ship damage is 120, the lock-on range is 3,000 studs. It has 8 of these missiles and reloads them in 44 seconds. The anti-air missiles have base damage of 250, helicopter damage is 300, plane damage is 300, lock-on range is 2,500 studs. It carries 8 of these missiles, and the reload is 44 seconds. C-RAM has base damage of 4, APC damage is 20, tank damage is 5, helicopter damage is 23, plane damage is 20, ship damage is 10, and the reload is 4 seconds. And since this is non-explosive weapon, that means there's no such thing as effective damage. And the final weapon, the missile drone, it has APC damage of 100. Tank damage is 50. Helicopter damage is 100. Plane damage is 60. Ship damage is 40. It will fly in the air for 40 seconds, and it has recharge time of 35 seconds. In this part, we are going to talk about the gameplay and some tips. The main tip that I have is to always have clear space around the main gun, because the anti-air missiles are stored there. And for the gameplay, it doesn't really matter how you play because you don't have any options to choose from, so play as good as you can. And for the final rating, I'm going to give the USS Independence 10 out of 10 because it's super strong vehicle and it doesn't have any valid weaknesses except for the design, but that's for another time. And the last, I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe because it will help me more than you think. And with that, I hope you learned something useful. Thank you for watching and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.